Wait for you, a few of you to get here. Somebody's here. Hello, 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 hello. Just taking my makeup off. Hey, Kayla. I had a whole bunch of wipes left over from Michael, and I've been using them as makeup removers. Okay, before, after, before, after. Yeah. Okay, well, today I'm going to talk about people, places, and things. I was watching, I don't know if you guys know, if you guys seen on Facebook, there's something called Red Table Talk. And it's on Facebook Watch, and it's Will Smith's wife, Jada Pickett Smith, and her daughter Willow, and they interview people around this red table. It's really good. And so they were interviewing what is her name? Demi Moore. And I did not realize that Demi Moore is, hi Julie. I didn't realize that Demi Moore was an addict and an alcoholic. And I knew that she played one. Hi Hannah. I knew she played one on the movie that she was in, St. Elmo's Fire. She played a cocaine addict on there, but I didn't know she was one in real life. And so in this interview, she was talking, and her daughters were with her, about how when she was married to Ashton Kutcher, that he wanted somebody to drink wine with, and he would tell her, um, "Oh, I really would like to drink, you to have a glass of wine with me," and that kind of thing. And she forgot how bad it was before her, her addiction was before, and she started being lulled into this. Oh, I can have a glass of wine, and she was a raging alcoholic, you know. And so what baffles me is how someone that you're married to, that's supposed to love you and have your back and support you, could be like trying to get you to drink or to relapse with him. I don't get it. I mean, I know that at the time he was really young um when he married to me. I think he was like 20 years her junior, but yeah, like he was a huge part in her relapse. And her daughters even disowned her because of how bad she got again. Well, maybe Julie, maybe it's a lack of education on his part. True. Um, Giving him the benefit of the doubt. But here's the thing, like, I don't know if she went to meetings or if she had a sponsor or anything like that, but I know that if we aren't reminded on a constant basis that we're addicts or we're alcoholics, we can forget. And we if we're hanging around people that don't have that they're not supporting us, like in recovery, like I have an opinion and believe me, I know it's just my opinion, guys, that a person should, if you're an alcoholic, I don't believe that you should be in a relationship with somebody who drinks. Like I would not be in a relationship with somebody who used heroin or opiates. I couldn't have a script of uh Percocet in the house or Vicodin and not call me. Like that shit would call to me. I would hear it constantly. Oh, oh, just take one, just take one, just take one. And so for me, I don't know that a person should be in a relationship with someone who uses their drug of choice. Um, like I said, my opinion. So for Demi to be with and him a drinker, I don't know how a person can say no for such a long time. Like I don't know if there's any alcoholics. Hi, Hearts, Tara. But could you live with an alcoholic, or if could you live with somebody who drank and not drink? Yeah, give me likes, guys. Give me thumbs up. Thanks. Thank hearts. Um, could you live in a house that had your drug of choice at your disposal? I know I couldn't. If somebody was smoking crack, if somebody had opiates, if somebody had bath salt, I don't I know that it would be a matter of time, and I would be doing it. I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever. No doubt. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, I'm just so high and mighty. I have 5 years clean and I just know that I'm beyond that." And I just know that I would not relapse. Bullshit. I would relapse. You're so fast your head would spin if that shit was in my house. And I imagine it's the same with an alcoholic. So it's like when people say people, places, and things in recovery, it's so important because, yeah, me too, Hannah. If they in the house, yeah. Um, so if we are hanging out with people that we know we're not supposed to be, a lot of us come into recovery and we have a lot of friends who are still in active addiction, and it's hard to decide and say, okay, I need to give them up. I need to start a completely different life. And it's hard to let some people go. I understand that. But in recovery, we have to change. Well, they always say there's only one thing you have to change, and that's everything. And I know it's hard to let people go. And it may be hard. You may be in a relationship. I might as well, but go balls to the wall. If you're going to do it, you do it right. Wash it down with some vodka. Um, and so, you may be in a relationship with somebody that's still using. And you can only stay strong so long. And there's that saying that if you hang out in a barber shop long enough, you're going to end up getting a haircut. And that's the truth. And so, it's just dangerous to be playing around with having anything like that around you. You know? So what are you guys up to today? Anything exciting and special going on? Oh my gosh, I'm never taking Michael to Walmart again. Ah, oh, Bernie had him, and Michael wanted to be with me, and I'm trying to get groceries. Guys, I spent $250 worth of groceries today. That's how much we needed groceries. Oh my gosh, I had put it off so long. Hi, Nita. How you doing? Somebody give me something to talk about. I'm talking about people, places, and things. I've covered relationships. I don't know that we should be in relationships with active users. Um, Hanging out with friends that we shouldn't, that maybe we hung out with before in our active addictions. Um, Things. Here's the thing about things. When I was in my bath salt days, guys, I mean, like I had said before, that really grabbed me. That grabbed me more worse than anything was that damn bath salt. I smoked it off a tin foil. And and sometimes when I'm using tin foil, it triggers me. And I'm not saying that I need to keep all my tin foil out of my house. I'm not saying that, but I can't dwell on it. Are you asking me, Anita, how do you take kratom in tea, or are you asking Tara? Asking me? Okay. In tea. Well, a lot of times you can buy the kratom in loose leaf, not in powder. And you can just you do it just like you do a regular cup of tea. You put it in the little metal tea little ball, and you steep it and in your hot water, and then you just add your honey or your sugar or whatever you want to, your lemon, whatever you want to. And I suggest lemon because citric acid helps to bring the alkaloids out of the kratom. So, hey Richard, glad you could join us. And so, yeah, it just now if you're going to use the powder kratom, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. I don't know that you can make it with the powder. You're just because listen, kratom is god awful nasty. I think it's so disgusting. And that's why I toss and wash so I don't have to taste it. you know, um, so if you're gonna start getting some loose leaf. If you're gonna use the powder kratom, you're just gonna have to mix it in hot water, add some citric acid to it, help bring out the alkaloids, and just down it. That yeah, the best way I think to take powdered kratom is to make a red bubble. I don't know if have you heard of the red bubble? I did a video back a few weeks, maybe a month ago, and it describes how to do the red bubble. And yep, Richard knows the red bubble. Okay, I will briefly describe it again. You take 4 grams of your plain leaf kratom, your powder, put it in a small glass, and you add a tablespoon of either lemon juice or lime juice. Some people use apple cider vinegar. I don't like vinegar, so I don't do that. You mix it into a paste, and then you add a half a cup of hot water, not boiling, just very hot. And you mix it up and you put it in your freezer. And it will form like a red bubble on the top. And the next morning, you take it out of the freezer. What I do is I let it thaw just a little bit. So the glass, because I use a glass, I don't want to put it in hot water and have the glass break. So I let it thaw maybe about a half hour first. And then I put it in a small bowl of hot water, and it thaws it pretty quickly. And then I mix it and I just down it. And it's god awful nasty. It tastes like monkey piss. But the citric acid and the freezing and the heat from the hot water all break down the kratom cell walls, and it releases the alkaloids. And you don't need as much when you're doing the red bubble because of that fact. I was taking probably 6 to 7 grams of plain leaf when I tossed and washed. And when I did the red bubble, I only used 4 grams. And I'm going to tell you, it was earth shattering, the difference. It was crazy. The only reason I don't do it now is because I was doing it every day. not realizing that it was raising my tolerance. So I will only do Red Bubble maybe once every 2 weeks or so. And so yeah, there's the Red Bubble. And that's my in my opinion the best way to do kratom. And then there's the toss and wash, which I did a video few back that showed me tossing. I didn't say anything. I just tossed and washed, and that's my way of doing it. But if you're gonna toss and wash, you better start with small amounts, because if not, and you accidentally inhale or swallow that powder, like I thought I was gonna die a few times when I first started trying it, because I got it in my lungs. I could not breathe. I couldn't get any air. I thought I was gonna die. It was like, here I come. Here I come. I'm dying. I know I'm dying. Um, so start with maybe a half a teaspoon before, if you're gonna toss and wash, and just practice not swallowing, not breathing until you get all that liquid in your mouth and then swallow. But it takes a lot of practice, and you're probably gonna like dump some on you. You're probably gonna choke until you get used to toss and washing. But yeah, I can't handle that flavor. It's just so horrid to me. Kratom is nasty, but things we do, the things we do. Yeah, like this morning I had said that I took only two. I'm freezing. Whew. I only took 2 teaspoons this morning, and it was such a huge difference because I didn't feel that heaviness on my head like I had been feeling. And so, yeah, I don't think I need as much. The addict in us, like somebody had said, had posted underneath, the addict in us. Yes, you're if you inhale it, be like Bill Clinton. Don't inhale. Only you older people will understand what that means. Okay, bath salts. What are bath salts? What do they do? Okay. Bath salts is like an amphetamine. It's like a meth. And it was being sold in a lot of stores. And it came in a little vial, and it looked like, I don't know, it was brown, and it looked like salt maybe. And then, I'm going to tell you something. It was amazing. Like the first time that I had tried bath salt, I snorted it. And I'm not really it was just wasn't my thing. It was too tweaky. And then I heard somebody that smoked it off of aluminum foil, and I tried it. And that was the beginning of like, I sold all my possessions. Um I be just it took me down. It took me down because it was just so euphoric and so wonderful. And it took me right out. I mean, it makes you feel like everything's so wonderful. It was just so dangerous. I'm so glad that it's illegal now. I mean, I spent out like a whole year. I had stopped doing opiates and everything, guys. Like, I stopped doing pills and heroin. I stopped everything when bath salt came on board. I didn't need any of that other stuff. Bath salt was my savior. Like, it really got me. And then it became illegal. They couldn't sell it in stores anymore, and that's a good thing. But yeah, I went right back to opiates once I couldn't get bath salt anymore. But that's when I lost all my weight. I lost 85 pounds in like a summer. I mean, I dropped weight so fast. Didn't want to eat. Um, Now, there are still people who will buy it from China. Those Chinese, I tell you, they're sending in the fentanyl, sending in bath salts. Um, I know that Trump talks about, drugs coming up from Mexico being the problem. Yes, that's a problem too. But China, they are sending over some awful stuff. and it's killing us Americans, you know? So there are some people who still will order it. You can still find it, I guess, some places, people sell it, but it's kinda like meth, so yeah, Hannah, she says, "A euphoric feeling is what got me. I loved the feeling from opioids. Glad I never came across bath salts. Losing weight would have sealed the deal." Yes, yes. I thought that bath salt was like was this wonderful thing that I didn't see how it changed me. I didn't notice how it changed my personality, and I was dropping weight. I thought, "Oh, I'm hot. This is wonderful. Died and gone to heaven." Um, yeah, euphoria from opiates is different than the bath salt. The bath salt wasn't as much of a euphoria, like, God, there's no way I can explain it. Please, and I'm not even gonna tell you to go, just you don't need to know. You don't need to know. Just say no. Just say no. Gonna mix it with my tongue, the powder in the lungs. The powder in the lungs. Like, guys, listen, this is what happened. When I when I first started, I would like when I would inhale it or swallow it, uh, I mean, uh, uh, I couldn't get any air. I thought I was gonna die. She says, "I used to take illegal weight loss pills like speed in the '80s. Thought they were bloody great. They were bloody great. They were bloody great. Black beauties. Yeah. They were the real deal. Like, they were real amphetamines, and the feeling was like none other. The euphoria was just freaking amazing, and they haven't made them in a lot of years, and so you can't get them now. Same with, Quaaludes. They've stopped making those, and those were some of the good things back in those days. So, yeah, guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Sometimes, you know, I wish that I could just recreationally use, like I did back in the '80s. It was all recreational. It wasn't serious. Nothing got serious for me. And those pain meds. What was it say? What are those first two words, Hannah? Tenuate what? Could whiz around doing the housework, getting from the night out and start doing sit-ups in the kitchen. Yeah. Yeah. And the last time that I'd ever done amphetamine was, I'm thinking around 1988, 89, and I lived in Philadelphia, in South Philly. Oh, okay. Lived in South Philly for a while, and I worked at a pet store. And the girl that I worked with, she would have she would buy these diet pills from this woman. And I was at work one day. She goes, "Yeah." She goes, "I get these diet pills from this my friend, and would you want one?" I'm like, "Shit, yeah." I mean, I'm not gonna turn down never. I'm not gonna turn down any free drugs. Um, and I had forgotten I'd taken it, and about 20 minutes later, 25 minutes later, this feeling washed over me. I ended up stealing some out of her purse. See, that's the addict in me. Oh my gosh, I had forgot about that. Yeah. I went into the bathroom and stole about 3 of them out of her purse. There's that addict behavior. Little did I know, it was just the beginning. But yeah, that's the last time I'd ever done that. But yeah, it was nice. You know the movie Walk the Line with, Joaquin Phoenix? and how it's Johnny Cash got hooked on those things, and it really destroyed his life. I used to get them from dodgy sunbed places. Sunbed? Are you over in the UK, Hannah? I used to get them from dodgy sunbed places from dodgy doctors. I don't even think they make them anymore now, though. I don't think amphetamines are made anymore. I want to go to the UK. I want to go. It's so magical over there. I mean, I'm a pagan, so I think that all those just a magical place. Online. What do you mean online? Yeah. Anyway, I want to go see Stonehenge and you know, see fairies. Some people say you can see fairies over there in Ireland and in England. I believe in that stuff, guys. You can think I'm a nut job if you don't already, but I believe in the elementals. I believe I've seen things. I've experienced so many things um, with the paranormal and stuff since I was a kid, and there's no doubt in my mind that it exists. I've experienced it, and it wasn't drug related. I promise. Just even as a child, I used to see things, and so when I hear that you can see fairies and stuff, I want to see. I mean, I want to see them. Um, and so, yeah. A lot of people don't believe in that kind of stuff, but I'm gonna say it's a huge part of my life. Like, I watch paranormal shows, um, I watch anything I can see on aliens because I've had my own experiences with that too. No, but isn't that where the Beatles come from, though? You've got the Beatles, guys. Hey, Fifth, you can still get them online? Are they the real things? Is that the real stuff? Hey, what's up? Mm, well, I'm not gonna go looking for that because then I told you guys before when I almost relapsed on bath salt when I said stop the Suboxone, like that was too close. I had spent $125 on what I thought was bath salt, and luckily it was a scam, and I didn't relapse. Thank God. It's a lot easier to stay clean than it is to get clean. I got to remember what I went through getting clean, going to rehab, going to the halfway house. Ugh, you know, it's hard to stay clean, but it's so much harder to get there. And I'm 53 years old. I mean, I don't think I have another recovery in me. If I relapse and I go back out, I think that's going to be the end of me. I did. I sold my soul. I sold everything. Oh my gosh. On that video, I told you guys that I was prescribed this medication called Provigil. Yes, I do. I do follow the White Witch Parlor. Yeah, I do. Yeah, she is awesome. Yeah. Yeah, this medication called Provigil, and it was this amphetamine, and I would do so much, guys, that my heart would be pounding out of my chest, and I could hardly even catch my breath. When I do stuff, I go balls to the wall. I'm no teetotaler. You know what really irritates me? I'm gonna tell you guys. These people that do videos saying that they're in withdrawal, in opiate withdrawal, and they're sitting there and they're smoking cigarettes and they're outside sitting on picnic tables, or they're just, they're dressed, oh, I am just in opiate withdrawal, it sucks, guys. It really, it really does. And I'm sitting there going, that doesn't look anything like the opiate withdrawal I went through. I went through real opiate withdrawal. If like I'm laying in my bed, I'm shitting all over, I'm puking, and then when I didn't have anything to puke, I was dry heaving, sweating and freezing, and full body restless leg syndrome, you know? Kicking. Ah, yes. No, there's no smoking cigarettes. There's no s- t- taking showers. I couldn't even get my ass up to. I lay there in my own mess because I mean, God. And so, when I see these people on there and they're doing videos about how horrible they feel, there were no videos being taken. God, you don't know what real opiate withdrawal is if you can get up and take a shower and smoke cigarettes. I guarantee it. Stop where you're at. Don't go any further because you really don't know what real true opiate addiction is. So best bet, walk away now. If you think that's real opiate withdrawal, then you need, holy cow. The ass who ate like 500 grams of no. Where is it a video? Did you see the ass who ate like 500 grams of kratom? No, but I did see the guy who, two guys who was snorting it. Snorting kratom. I don't, there's no way you can snort kratom. So smoke it. How? How? If it gets in your lungs, you die a horrible death. I don't see how that stuff gets into your nasal passages and you are seeing Jesus. I'm telling you. No way. Yeah, the FDA. Yeah, they don't know their ass from a hole in the ground, but believe me, I have my opinions about the FDA. But you know what though? There's even over in the UK, I mean they have there it's even worse over there than it is over here. I mean the kratom is completely illegal over there. Akawama is illegal. I think Hirsuta and Javanica are they're in the Mitra family also like kratom. I think that's illegal. Um, so those poor people over there can't take anything to help with opiate addiction except what the government says they can take, and that is Suboxone and methadone. No, that they can't go natural way at all. Yeah, yeah. Day 3 or 4. Uh-huh. It took me 12 days and I lost 10 pounds in 12 days to withdraw. Oh, you don't even have Suboxone? Yeah. You guys still have Suboxone over there? I think you do, don't you? Subutex? What? You got to be kidding me. That's a shocker. Why don't you have Suboxone? Wow, I'm shocked. I can't believe that. Maybe if you oh, you mean your the national health won't pay for the Suboxone, or there it's just not an option at all. National health care. But you know what you guys do have though? Guys sell um Tylenol with codeine over the counter. Canada gives you dope needles for free. So does America. Oh, you mean like the government gives you the dope needles for free? Gives Canada? Because you can get them here in needle exchange places. You know, in cities, not anywhere where I'm, gives you the dope too. Like the Canadian government healthcare system gives you dope like in a prescription. Holy fuck. Wow. That's interesting. Yes. Because I was watching somebody from the UK had a channel, and I'm not going to say what it was because he started using on camera. I'm not going to send you there. Um, but he said, "Yeah, I went and got some Tylenol with codeine from the pharmacy," and I'm like, "You just bought it?" And he's like, "Yeah, you buy it over the counter." I'm like, "You have kratom is illegal, but you can sell Tylenol with codeine over the counter?" That makes no sense whatsoever. None. You don't have Suboxone, you sell Tylenol with codeine over the counter. What about Ambien? Can you get Ambien? Oh, you lived in Rochester, New York? I'm like 4 hours from Rochester. I'm more near Buffalo. Oh, so is Richard. Richard, you still here? Um, my friend Richard. I'm freezing. I am. I don't, but my friend Richard's from Rochester. There he is. So Canada sells codeine over the counter also? Yeah, Richard sent me some kratom from Rochester. What was the name of it, Richard? Rochester kratom, right? Just and it was really good kratom. I still have some. It's really good. Huh. How do you get it through so if you get caught coming across the border with it, you're probably going to be in deep shit, right? Bernie and I, we were in Niagara Falls the last time, and Google Maps took us the wrong way, and we ended up at the border, and we couldn't get out, couldn't turn around, and here we are. I mean, we pull up to the thing. We don't have passports. We're like, oh, we made a wrong turn. They ran our names, took our licenses, make sure we were not trying to run. Like we weren't fugitives. But I loved being able to go to Canada and go to the falls on that side of Canada, because it was so nice over there. And then now you have to have a passport. I'm too cheap to go buy a passport. So pretty soon you're going to have one to even fly domestic flights. I know maybe now You're going to have that in order to even get on an airplane anywhere in the United States. To even go in within the United States, you're going to have a passport. Okay. Oh yeah, it's must be late over there, huh? All right, Hannah. Get Theo to bed. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good night. Sleep well. Yeah. Telling you, you're not gonna be able to fly anywhere in the United States unless you have it. All right. I'm chicken. Like I'm even in my addiction, I'm not one to maybe that's why I didn't get caught. I wasn't one to take um chances, you know? And night uh so for me I would give myself away because I'd be just a nervous wreck. I could never, smuggle anything anywhere because they would have me in a minute. I remember when I was small taking trips across the border just for we'd stop at the canal and watch the ships. Mm, yeah. My first time ever seeing the falls was in Canada. I had cancer then, and I went to Roswell Cancer Institute, and yeah, you and Richard probably have a lot in common. You guys are, both from Rochester, and anyway. All right, guys, I'm gonna probably sign off. I am freezing to death, and I am going to watch TV. Oh, what type of cancer did I have? I had ovarian cancer. Um, I was 35, and um, yeah, I was having all kinds of problems. They finally did a CAT scan. They found a grapefruit-sized mass over my right ovary, and even on the way into surgery, my surgeon said, "Oh, it's not cancer. You're too young for cancer. Probably an infected tube." So I was like, "Okay, it's not cancer." I came back out. I woke up and my friend's standing over me and she's like, it's cancer." What the fuck? Um, I had stage 3 ovarian cancer. My left ovary had burst and I had cancer-filled bloody fluid up to my lungs. Um, I had to have chemo, and that was like my kids were little. They told me I wasn't going to survive, and then I needed to prepare my children for to lose their mother. They even had books that I could read to them about it. So, but here I am. I often wonder why I survived just to become an addict and just to there's so many people that I met and that had that ovarian cancer. I went to an ovarian cancer support group, and every one of the women in that support group died, but me. And these were wonderful women, just so positive and just so wonderful. And I often wondered, why me? Survivor's guilt. I absolutely had survivor's guilt. I couldn't understand. Here I am. I have depression. I have, I'm just not. Why did I live? To become a heroin addict? But you know what? I can't ask those questions because I just don't know. Yeah, I'm able to help others. And the thing is there's a lot of people that are in recovery, but not a lot of people have a desire to help others. And I do. I have a lot that I can share in my story of child abuse, surviving child abuse, spousal abuse, of cancer, addiction, I mean, there's not much that in this world that I have not experienced. And that's usually, yeah. Usually it's not diagnosed until it's too late. And me even being at stage 3 was a death sentence, especially then. It was 2001. And so, um, yeah, that for sure. Lost all my hair. Um, it was a very hard time. The thing is doctors, my doctors, I would go to doctor after doctor because I was having problems. Like I was bleeding constantly. And nobody would take it seriously. Oh, you're just going through the change early. That's just things are just messed up. We'll put you on the pill to try to regular you out. Didn't work. Finally, someone decided to give me a CAT scan on my pelvis. And that was when it. If she wouldn't have, if she would have just blew me off like the other ones did, I'd be dead right now. Absolutely. There's a reason I'm here. I got to figure out what that reason is. I know to help people. I want to help people with my story, but I want to find something I'm passionate about. You know, I don't really feel passionate about anything. So I got to get this depression under control. So with this new thing, the microdosing that I'm going to be starting, I'm really hopeful that it puts a spring in my step. You know, that it it gives me a passion for life and not have to feel like I'm walking through knee-deep sand all the time. Like constantly drudging through life. Be a spiritual guide. A Shaw woman, medicine woman. Think I was in a past life. And and I'm not joking about that. I know a couple of my past lives. And I think I was in a past life a witch, a wise woman of the village. I have, yeah. Yeah. Maybe sometime I'll come on and talk about my past lives and my spiritual experiences, my paranormal experiences, my alien experiences. I even have a Bigfoot experience. You can all laugh at me if you want to, but I'm serious. I'm a very level-headed person. I'm very scientific minded. I don't just believe in something just to believe in it. I have experiences, therefore I believe. And so, yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you for coming. Please give me the thumbs up on the way out. And I believe that too. So maybe I'll come on my next live video and I will talk about all that stuff, my paranormal stuff and everything. All right, guys. Bye, Richard. Bye, Fifth. Anybody, Tara? Anybody who's here, thank you for listening to me ramble for 9 minutes. Greatest blessings and Goddess bless.